Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. LSU football entering its second week of practice for its big opener against Clemson. They are in a situation where last week was all about the pajamas, as they say. There was not a whole lot of pads on there, and you didn't know exactly what you were getting from a physicality standpoint, where they're getting after it physically this upcoming week because they are putting the pads on and they are going to be ready. This was practice indoors. Again, over this past weekend, LSU went through individual drills Saturday morning. LSU has not worn full pads yet, but again, this week, it'll be all about being physical. On a bright note, considering that the offensive line has not changed from the start of the camp, we should feel pretty good about that. The first unit still is comprised of left tackle Tyree Adams, left guard DJ Chester, center Braylon Moore, right guard Josh Thompson, and right tackle Weston Davis. Redshirt freshman Cohen Echols got some action in there too with the first team. Josh Thompson and Braylon Moore are two transfers coming in from West Virginia and Northwestern, so we hope we see some good things from them on the offense. Unfortunately, again, offensive related, the injury bug. Redshirt junior wide receiver Aaron Anderson did not practice for the third straight day. Anderson, LSU's leading receiver from last year with 884 yards, wore a sleeve on his left leg when he came out to watch part of the practice. Meanwhile, Oklahoma transfer, and I understand this kid is supposed to be a really good one, Nick Anderson had his most active day since coming to LSU. Remember, he was out on concussion protocol. After being limited in the spring, Anderson had to clear that concussion protocol, and now he is out there, and he's trying to give it his best. After a promising first day, the offense really didn't look really good over the weekend. A little bit sluggish, and they really never got going. They had a few solid moments, but it was clunky. The defense won the day for the most part. Another thing that is a little bright, considering that the defense has some guys out there that are 5 stars and can really play. One guy who had a terrific year before last, Harold Perkins, has been working out and shows no ill effects of that injury that he had last year. He worked with the edge rushers. It's a sign of things to come on the 4th day of that preseason camp. Perkins, playing from his new star position, got in the backfield a couple of times as part of the pass rush during their full team periods. And it was a good day for the defensive front, which made it difficult for the offense to consistently run the ball or complete throws. So that's, I guess, good and bad if you're an LSU fan, because last year they didn't run it particularly good. And it sort of is a downer to hear that they haven't been running it that well so far. A couple of other players stood out along the defensive front, especially South Florida transfer Bernard Gooden. He got in the backfield a couple of times on run plays, and he flashed in a one-on-one rep against redshirt sophomore guard DJ Chester. Gooden is not a big defensive tackle, only 268 pounds, but great technique, and he gets off the line extremely well, so maybe we could expect some big things from him. Sophomore defensive end Gabriel Relaford also made some plays, including a sack on an 11-on-11 drill. And we're going to see how that all pans out. He and Perkins forced quarterback Garrett Nussmeier to escape pressure and throw the ball away at one point. Only problem is you can't tell how much pressure is being put because they are not in full pads, and obviously they're not letting you touch the quarterback too much. Perkins also added a nice pass breakup in one-on-ones against tight end Bo Sharp. He ran with Sharp throughout the drag route before knocking the ball down. Later, Perkins burst around the edge for a win against left tackle Tyree Adams in one-on-one. So again, defense ruled the day for the Tigers. Blake Barker, the defensive coordinator for LSU, appeared to test the pass rush package for parts of practice. At one point, LSU put 3 defensive ends on the field with Florida State transfer Patrick Payton, redshirt freshman Kalaj Cobbins, and Florida transfer Jack Pyborn, who lined up inside. So they are trying everything they possibly can. I also understand that a lot of things are set up that are geared towards Clemson. They're making sure that they take this first game In the most serious light is obviously LSU has not started off extremely well for the last 4 years related to that first game of the year, and this is certainly a big one. Injury updates. On the defense, junior linebacker Whit Weeks was limited. He comes off of an ankle injury. He did participate in drills of 7-on-7, but he was not on the field when LSU went through contact periods, which obviously is to be expected. Instead of him, it was his brother who was out there, West Weeks. So it's nice to see him getting the opportunity. Actually, West is a senior, and he is in his last year with the Tigers. And then there's some battles that are just not won yet. Most of the positions, we sort of know who's going to be there. The safety battle is not decided. North Carolina State transfer to Marcus Cooley and redshirt senior Jordan Gilbert are the two that are out there now. But you never know. Houston transfer A.J. Halsey might be out there also. So, again, good practice for the Tigers this weekend as they get ready to get after it in pads this upcoming week. Got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.